welcome back to First to Worst. I am Spanners in the driver's seat today, still without a license. I am joined by our lovely runner, Gardengrown here. Garden, how's it going?
Going well. Missed my
Excellent,
run.
glad to hear that. As you may know, we've already had your opponent Dino run earlier today, so this will be a solo run, but it is still an elimination round as part of the Goulash bracket. That being said, we've got you already moderated, so unless there's any final comments you wish to make to our lovely audience, let's go ahead and eat your hot dog and get your rolls going. You have 3 re-rolls, and please announce them to me so I can keep track a little easier.
I am the one and only shaky hand man. So when you see my hand shaking, well, that's just me.
That's how you know we're
What do I
still in
get?
it.
Wow, I am re-rolling.
All right, that is the first re-roll I see.
I Is that count as a dupe or no?
I'm afraid
That's a
that
unit die.
that
Yeah,
counts
that's a
as
unit
a
die.
yeah. That's a different roll.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Second
another
re-roll.
re-roll. Yep. I'll take it.
Oh yes, the golden 1911. You'll love to see it. All right. Well, without any further ado, I will give you a mute and a deafen, and you may commence your run right now. Good luck, and I will see you on the other side. All right. And now I've hopped into the commentator's booth so you can see my horrible, horrible icon. Just for the feed to catch up. There it is. Perfect. Now we might even be able to hear what's going on. Wonders of technology never cease to amaze. Our runner with a gold in 1911, kicking off our control here.
Nice one.
Oh, finishing off with a horrible decapitation. Going into our first supply point in Sweet, getting ready for our first hold in, I believe, Lobby.
Oh, that's smart.
Stop playing with your food. Hunting down our token. Where? There it is.
Override token found.
Override token found. What are we going to roll here? A pistol. Rolling the, I believe that is. Let's see, last time I was wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the F2W in 9x18 map. Interesting roll for the pistol to start out with. Must be more comfortable with that. Most of our runners, especially for lobby and the statics, prefer to take out a pump action shot, but tangoing with a patrol
Over there.
unexpectedly in the hallway ain't no trouble. Dodging a floater there. Bursting into the lobby. Where's our orb? Under the orb. There.
Interfacing with system node.
Now moving into
Hold this position.
1 of 5.
Analyzing system.
Good cluster of statics up there. Couple down below. Letting loose with our F2W there. No trouble whatsoever. Real quick on the trigger this with this. And there is a statics. First one down, second. Whipping out the 1911 to finish them off. Little bit, and hosing down the last one, and we are through the statics, which means we are through. Hold
Hold
on.
successful. Data extracted.
It does help to
4
load the
override
correct
tokens
magazine
found.
into Direct gun.
Advance
Unfortunately,
to
I
next
don't think
system node and take it.
45 will fit into that 9mm. Or it might, but only once. Moving into our next supply point in stacks. Bullying these guards before they have a chance to get inward. Taking a crouching snake sort of style here.
Let's check this out.
Got him. Alright, our next shot. What do we roll? Our 2-point shotgun, getting this. SPAS 12, immediately rolling a stock for it. That's the way to go. Hate stock shotguns around. But the SPAS is pretty good.
Override token found.
Rolling our number 4. You know we love number 4 around here. Waiter, more number 4 buckshot, please. Yes. And now exiting our supply point. Be sure to sling lock all our guns. Don't want to get them eaten somewhere. We're selling the 1911. What a shame. But I suppose it's no longer on the menu.
Override
Goodbye,
token
1911.
found.
What?
Bursting into our blue hallway, otherwise known as the hallway that goes ooh.
This is all simultaneous.
Sosing didn't get to finish his thought. There's the orb,
Interfacing
and we
with system
are
node.
through into
Hold this position.
second hold.
Analyzing system.
Taking a higher stance here, peppering that Sosig with some buckshot. Ain't no trouble. That one doing his elevation change head jiggle.
Hardened encryption.
And there's our hearts. First one down quick. The lights are going ooh.
Encryption
Nailing our
is
last
locked.
couple, and we are through the hardens. Just swarms left now.
Advancing to next system layer. Analyzing system.
Our stock getting in the way a little bit of our sights on this pass. Doing a good job of keeping that thing fed. Having a bit of trouble with arms for a jump. This hallway is not fun for arms for a jump. Confirm that first. Chasing down the Sosigs. So far, so good, though. Here's our next one. This one.
Swarm encryption.
Swarms are up.
Neutralize it.
Closing down the first one. And the second one. Oh, just took a hit just before we cleared the last
Hold
swarm.
successful. Data extracted.
Not happy about that,
5
not at all.
override tokens found.
But that is
Advance
how
to next system node
sausage is
and take it.
made. We are indeed through hold 2. And on to our supply point in Altar. Just bullying these Sosigs. That SPAS 12 is really a lot of work.
Override token found.
Next supply point. What's on the menu today? SV98 with a sight. That's for the SPAS. That's much better than trying to see over that stock for the front post.
Override token found.
what's next on the menu. Yeah. Rolling a suppressor and a shield. Hey man, you know, it's not the size of the suppressor, it's how you use it. Every little bit helps when it comes to getting a little bit more velocity out of your buckshot, and that will help pop the heads a little bit quicker. Definitely will help with the gas masks, who at this point are going to be resisting the number 4 buckshot very annoyingly. Getting interrupted by a bit of a patrol here. Our next hold is, of course, in Hedrons, the lecture hall, where all of the young growing blocks learn how to slide down inclinator. In the back of the room, clearing out our guards. So far so good. I think we're still stealthy. There is the orb, and we are moving
Interfacing with system node.
D.
Hold
Filtering
this
down to
position.
the bottom of the stairs here, taking a nice corner.
Analyzing system.
Get a good view of these doors here. There's our shield guy. Deleted, counting up our hardens. Gonna be a couple in the top corner.
Hardened encryption detected. Neutral.
There's the hardens. 3 down, 4 down. Now you gotta chase down the rest. That gas mask deflecting some of the buckshot. Where's the last one? Where's the last one? There it is. Oh, there's gonna be one more still. That's the trouble with this room. There it is. It was hiding. Well, we lost some time on the clear, but we are still hitless in this hold. So far, so good.
Analyzing system.
Back into our corner, spinning our SPAS 12. Those Sosigs had no idea what was going on. You can see 3 of our swarms here. You can just see the cloud of the 4th peeking up over that block. There's one Sosig. There's going to be another one around that corner. But we are posted up, ready for the swarms.
Swarm
There they are.
detected.
First one down. Top up. Clear out a Sosig. We're waiting for our next wave coming through this door. Oh, they're rushing him. Our SPAS 12 is empty, beating that one to death. Quickly going for the reload. Another wave just spawned in. That one really not being cooperative. We're losing control a little bit. Finish off that one that was giving us trouble. Nailing that other one, and I think we're looking for one more. Check out the aisles, and we're through. Ooh.
Advancing to next
Really showing us
system
how to
layer.
work that SPAS 12. And
Analyzing
remembering
system.
the basics of CQC. That poor Sosig. Learning a valuable lesson in blunt force trauma, to be sure. Compressor definitely helping us a little bit on velocity. See one of Versives up there. So it'll be interesting to see how we tackle this one. Probably a pistol is about to pull out here. Either that or we do a bit of shotgun surgery. We're cleaning up our Sosigs. Always finish your food. We are surgically taking out that first recursive. Trying to hop up there. There is... Oh, ran out of shells as we flew past it. There's the F12. Out of bullets again. It's an awkward time to have to reload for sure. Can't quite get it. Took a hit and we are through. Oh my gosh. That was a tense clear, to be sure, but we made it.
Data
We are
extracted.
okay. We are the 3rd hold on the way to the 4th. That was a real tight timing on that hit, taking it just before finishing that clear. We're doing pretty good on time, though Hedrons once again proving to be a awkward room to try and control. Clearing out our ascension. There's a patrol here. My gosh. This runner's so quick on the draw and with the trigger finger, just absolutely hosing down these Sosigs. Putting these speed and speed reloads. I think we're okay for now.
Override
Grabbing our token.
found.
Now, what is on the menu today? 8-point carbines rolling the Canadian C7, I believe that is, with a sight even, and I believe those are the 50-round straight mags. Who fit up there? Yes, that's the accursed. I believe that's the 55 round. Actually, the two magazines welded together awkwardly. A good view of our front post there with the red dot. Unfortunately, that is a little short for that front post, but it is better than nothing. Doing a bit of inventory management here. Looks like we are done with the F12.
Override token found.
Yep, there goes the F12. Making sure there is, in fact, a round in the chamber. Looks like we're moving over our suppressor as well. That C7 is definitely our primary weapon now. And it is nice to have. Unlocking our power-ups. There's our bullet boost. That'll be a special tool for later. Moving on to odds. Switching it down to semi to keep our ammunition for a little bit longer. And Garden has definitely shown very good control over the trigger in semi-auto. We're going to see more of that here in Hold 4 in rods. Now, is this going to be a clockwork runner or a maypole runner? Let's see here. Looks pretty clockwork to me. The first couple pairs of scouts coming in, no trouble. Second pair will spawn in another second, and then the stealths will appear. There's the stealths. Quickly taking out this. So we've got a view of a few of the stealths here. There's another one in the corner back there I saw. Took a chunky hit there. Those bolt-action rifles hurt a lot. And we're through the stealths.
Advancing to next system layer.
Just focusing down those encryptions
Analyzing system.
enough that we are catching one hit always right before we finish the clear. And that is definitely a very frustrating position to be in. Back into our cover corner. Keeping pretty good control of the room. Definitely aware of what doorways these Sosigs are coming in through. Almost dropped down there a little bit. Caught ourselves at the last moment. There's our polymorphic. Popping a shield for that. Don't want to take another hit. I saw a flash of it there. There's our polymorphic. Quickly hosing it down. One more shard. Will it be cooperative? Dropping in. There we go. That was a pretty quick clear on the polymorphic. We are in good shape for this hold overall. I don't think we're in any danger of dying, to be sure. Putting this C7 very good use here. Making sure our SPAS 12 is ghost loaded to get that extra shell in. So I think we're going to be seeing that come out when our regen pops in. Seems like a pretty cozy little corner back here. Just visiting each of the doors like clockwork. We've got a good view of where the regen will pop in up there. There it is. Finish our reload. There's our SPAS. Hosing it down. Then finishing off the last few cubes. Like that. And that was a pretty good regen clear. We are good to go.
Hold
Finished with hold 4.
data extracted.
1 hold remains.
Advance to
Topping up
next
our
system
spas
node
12
and
again
take it.
before we move on.
Maybe I'm just going soft.
Through blue hallway to another supply point down here. These poor associates. I almost feel bad for them.
Override token found.
Okay, what is on the menu this time? We got... Looks like we're going to be buying a bunch of power-ups, it looks like. There's another bullet boost. There's an infinite ammo. So we got 2 boosts, 1 infinite. Still got our health weenie. 2 tokens left. What are we going to do with them? Not going to be able to buy any more power-ups with that, I'm afraid. But maybe we'll roll another red dot. Yes. Also a short red dot, but that will go onto the spas if you don't put it in your pocket. You can just about see through that. The stock is definitely hindering us a little bit there. And we're done shopping. We are broke. Moving on to the void, which is where our last hold is, of course. I think it's still anyone's game at this point.
I want to be a tumor.
We have taken, I believe, 3 holds with hits. Starting to clear out our guards here. Gonna be nice and all sneaky like. Which a void is pretty... It's not too bad to clear out stealthily if you know all the angles to check out, as Garden clearly does. Hello. And goodbye. Alright, I believe that's all the guards done. Moving on to our orb. There's your Looney Tunes run, trying to get back on solid ground, and we are in hold 5, taking up our clockwork position at the back of the room. This is a very safe, cozy position. You can clockwork all the doors. Catch the Sosigs while they're floating over the abyss here. Or cascading, it looks like it's going to be coming in right in front of us here, just around the corner. There it is.
Cascading encryption
And we
detected.
spawned in,
Neutralized.
popping our bullet boost, dodging incoming fire. Very quickly popping the first corner, dropping our C7 into rock and roll. Clearing out a couple of intruders. Going back to work on popcorn, and we are through. That was a clean clear for the cascading, to be sure.
Advancing to next system layer.
Good lord. The speed
Analyzing
at
system.
which these hands move. Drop them back down to semi. Got spotted by one Sosig in back hallway there. You gotta watch out for that. That is where they get you, in those dark hallways where you can't quite see them. No hits taken in this hold yet, of course, which would be a good score bonus if we can keep it.
Orthogonal
There is the
encryption detected.
orthogonal. There's our infinite ammo. We have no shields, but we're just going to hose down the orthogonal. It's got a good angle up there. Will it be cooperative? One face left, I think. It's hiding a little bit. And we're through. Just saw that last face there. That was a pretty quick and clean orthogonal clear, if I do say so myself. Popping a victory health weenie.
Analyzing system.
Oh, we're still at full health. One encryption remains. We've got all the tools we need for it. We've got a rifle, we've got a shotgun, we've got bullet boost. We are good to go. Just carefully peeking these corners. Not letting the Sosigs approach too close. Getting an angle on where the refractive is going to pop in. I think we are going to have to abandon this spot and rush it if you want the fast kill. Or you can still get it in just a few hits welcome back here with a bullet boost. It's going to be popping in any moment now. There it is. There's our bullet boost, and here we go. One solid hit with number 4 hosing down this Sosig here. Rushing it for our second hit. Our third hit. Our fourth hit. Oh, all right, we are good to go. We are through our 5th and final hold with a 124-1050.
Advance to next system node and
Let
take
me
it. Returning to
get
interface.
that through here. What a run for Gardengrown here. Definitely deserves a round of applause for that one. Let us check back in and say hello.
I have lost.
Welcome back. That was a heck of a run.
I have perished, though. It is too late.
I
I'm
am
1,000 points behind. I got shot too much.
I am sad to say that with that 124, you are not going to be taking down Dino at score.
This is true.
A very close score, as we keep seeing in the Goulash runs, though.
Indeed.
The speed at which you were working that Spas 12 was astonishing. You were
Oh, man.
definitely getting a
Uh,
workout in doing that.
In
And
fact, I was.
the F12, I'm very impressed at the speed of your trigger finger, my friend.
I don't like water. I just waste too much ammo not hitting things I want.
I suppose, but your finger is just about as fast as full auto anyway.
Yeah, that is. It is quite fast. So I've been told.
Goodness gracious. Well, I do have a very important question for you before I let you go. Gardengrown, why hot dogs?
Um, hmm. You're gonna have to ask Anta on that one. I do not know. It could be hamburgers. I've said it before. It could.
It's one of the great mysteries of our time. Well, with that, my commiserations on your defeat, but also congratulations on a great run. That was a thrill to watch. And thank you very
Thank you.
much for attending this iteration of First to Worst, and I hope we'll see
was a
you
pleasure.
again on the next one.
In 7 years.
At the rate we're going, yeah, about next decade, right?
That is correct. I
But
should be on my deathbed.
it's time enough for practice. Maybe we'll get another update by then. Who knows? But
I had
with
not played any take and hold before this tournament.
well, there you
I
go.
just hopped in.
For getting as far as you did, I'd say you're doing quite well for yourself. So
Thank you.
congratulations on that. And with that, that is it for us. And thank you once again, Garden, for your run. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for this wonderful runner. And we will catch you right here next time on First to Worst. Take care.